Good evening and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. Well, you guys, we'll start off real quick here in the laundry room. Okay, well, I went to Myers on today to pick up a prescription, and I also needed to pick up one thing that I forgot at the other grocery store on yesterday. And wouldn't you know, they had the butter on sale, and it was very cheap. And for once, they had the extra creamy. Every time the butter goes on sale, they never have the extra creamy because it sells out so quickly. Well, today was my turn to do the hoarding. Oh, yeah. So anyway, these are the four that, or actually I had five. I used one of them because I wanted to see what it tasted like, and it was great. I loved it. And after that, I wasn't ever able to find any more. Well, it went on sale for the Easter season, which is what I had been looking for. I didn't think it would go on sale this early. And so it's on sale until the 14th. And so I went on and purchased 10 of them. So that will give me 14 in total of the good one, which would be for rare occasions. And so I just finished moving my other ones that I've gotten here and there. I think Christmas time, because it usually goes on sale at Christmas and Easter time. And then they put it on sale one other time in between. It was like maybe right after the New Year. They caught us by surprise with a 2-day sale, and it was just about all gone. The only thing I was able to purchase that time, if you can remember, are the butter balls. So I've used one of those. I really like the butter balls because for a single serving, it's perfect. But anyway, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 13 of the regular Land O'Lakes stocked up, plus the butter balls, so you may as well say 14. And so we're going to put the 10 of these, and I want those on top. And remember, this is preps, you guys, because you know that, as time goes on, the price of butter is going to be much, much, much higher. So this is enough to last me probably for the next, my sister said, oh, that'll last you a year. I'm thinking it's going to last even longer because although I use butter, it's not, the special butter, I know that's going to last over a year because I won't be using this unless it's something very special. So here we go. We're getting it unloaded now. And I pray the power never goes out. They fixed our grid and all that stuff. So hopefully that won't happen. If it does, I'll do like I normally do. Get ice for the cooler. And the butter will be the first thing. The butter and the meats will be the first two things in there in case we lose power. So that's 10. And now we have to get the other 4. There's 11. There's 12, and I'll remember the ones that are standing are my oldest. 13, 14. So all together, 14 and 14, that's 28. Not bad, not bad. And so let's put the butter balls down here. That'll be what I'll use next. And I have a brand new one in the fridge right now. So once that's gone, because I had just finished off the first butter balls, that lasted me a couple of months. I got my winter stuff put away today. My salt is at the bottom here. I got my shovel put away. I put my boots right there. So I'm going to have to get it cleaned up in here so that I can get things organized. Okay, so let's close the freezer. I hope it closes. Let's see. Yay! And then I still have some fish. So I'm stocked up with meat and stuff like that and veggies. So I'm straight. Prep-wise, I think I'm doing very good. Like I said, every time I go to the store, at least one item of prep will be picked up. So today I already put it away. I picked up some extra brown sugar. And I also picked up some of my favorite fish fry because I will be using that over the summer. So I'm thankful for everything I was able to get today. And all together, with all that, I ended up spending $52. So that wasn't bad at all at Myers. And everything was on sale. Oh, they had the fertilizers, buy one, get one free. Just didn't have the money. I'll have it on the 25th. But I didn't have the extra because I had to pay. They caught me by surprise with the eye surgery. Although I got the Medicare funded lenses for my eyes, I still ended up with part of the deductible to pay or copay. So that was a nice little amount. And they hit me with that surprise 2 days before the second surgery. So I didn't want anything being delayed because it had to be paid before the second surgery could occur. So, I went into my don't go money to get that paid off. And then I still had some, that kind of knocked me behind the 8 ball on some other bills that I pay. For instance, the iPad bill. Technically, that one a month is only like $25, but I'm on that 2-year thing. If you get it paid off in 2 years, and not only was it the iPad, I got the speaker. Oh, when it was over and done with, I ended up spending, along with that new tripod and stuff, my bill right now is over $1,000. And so basically, if I pay it off before 2 years, it's interest free. And so I set my monthly budget for that to give to them. And I said, okay, it's going to be tight this month a little bit, but I did not want to thwart from that, because the moment that I do that and pay the minimum, I'll come up with an excuse to do that all the time and then think, oh, I can catch up. I'm staying disciplined with that. And if all goes well, that bill with Best Buy will be paid off in September of this year, because of the simple fact I purchased the iPad in December, and then the other stuff came along after that. But still, with what it is now, I'll have that paid off by September. That's exactly just like I did with that furnace. Remember that? So, and it hurts while it's happening, but it feels good once you get within striking distance and you just get it knocked out. Because I'm trying to stay debt free, and I'm trying to keep my credit A1, because you never know what may happen later. I know I'm telling my business, but it may help someone. You may decide, okay, that sounds like a good deal. Maybe I should do the same or whatever. And then, of course, I'm not charging anything at this point until that is paid off, unless it's an emergency or whatever. Okay, so let's get to what I came on for. Okay, I up-cupped on yesterday. So this is some of it. So I'm just squeezing it in. I see a fungus gnat. But anyway, my butternut squash came up. Remember I said the other day that was the only thing that didn't come up? Well, I guess it needed the other stuff the heck out of the way, because today I came in here and there it was. So what I ended up doing, and then this is a runner bean. I don't know if it's going to survive or not. We'll see. I left it in there. I didn't upcup it because it just looked sick. So I left it in there. We'll see if it begins to grow. If not, then I have enough. So what I did on yesterday was, and excuse the mess. Yeah, it is still dirty, because I sold more seeds. I filled everything with the exception where you see the plants. Every one of these cells are filled with pole beans. I didn't do the runners. I did pole. So, and as you can see, I labeled it. So everything is pole beans, just for extra. Okay, so we have all this, and everything's looking good today under the grow light. Renee, I haven't forgotten, the Piper Nigrum will probably be ordered on the 25th of this month, so stay tuned for that. I'll be going, actually, I could have went tonight. They're doing some seed transplanting at the Grow Club, which I didn't know about. It might have been on our newsletter, and I know we have our meeting on Thursday, so I'm going to the meeting. I didn't go tonight. I just didn't feel like going. Plus, I was out at Myers and everything. So I said, I'm just not going to wear myself out. I'll go Thursday, so I'll get the seeds then, because that'll be our first seed distribution. Okay, so the rest of the seeds, as you can see, remember I was telling you how those pole beans and runner beans were getting so tall. And this was in the tray, so I just went on and put them in a cup, and they're still extra tall. And so these are going to be actually those runner beans. I'm going to plant right along the fence on the side where the old keyhole garden was. And I'm going to get some of those little gate things, those little cheap plastic ones. And I think they sell them at the DT store. I'm going to get some of those, surround it with that, and then cover that with tulle. And the beans can run right along my fence or up the fence, however they do. And we'll see what happens. And I would assume an animal's not going to get a hold to it. Okay, so everything is doing good. The ground cherries, I promised some to my friend in the Grow Club, so I'll take her. I'm going to keep the 3 tallest ones for Sherry and I, and then there's like 5 others in there that aren't as tall, but they are all growing. So I'll take those to Emily and my friend at the Grow Club. Everything is doing pretty good. The loofah starting to get the true leaves. Let's see, something else getting true leaves too. Oh, the okra is starting to get the true leaves. So I think I'm loaded for this year. The peppers are doing good. And and that's what I forgot to get at Myers, the yeast. So yeah, I will be going back on tomorrow to get some yeast, because I definitely want to make the yeast fertilizer and get that yeast fertilizer in not only every plant, but particularly the peppers, before I transfer everything to the greenhouse. Next week it's supposed to warm up again. It has been cold this week. Today it might have hit about 45, but it's too much of a chill for me to take these weaker plants out to the greenhouse. I know they'll probably survive, but I would have to check on them at least twice a day to make sure, and I've done too much work and I've come too far for me to mess up. But next week we're supposed to be into the mid to high 70s, and I think that's going to be it for us as far as cold weather is concerned. And even if I have to bring them in, I can still take them out if it's 70 outside. I'm going to get my shade cloth up, because I think that because that greenhouse, the last time it hit 70 degrees, the greenhouse was hitting like 95. And that might be too much. And I lost a few of those cold crops because it got too hot in there. So yeah, I'm going to get that shade cloth up. That's number one, before I even take the plants. Then that way I know they'll be protected from the sun. And then I'll figure out what to do next, because I know I have to, I have to figure out where I'm going to plant everything. And I have a feeling I'm going to still be using some of those crates, because I don't think it's enough room in those tubs that I have. Although they still have those tubs at Myers for only $6. So I still may pick up a couple of those and see where we go from there. Well, I made chicken slop today for dinner. So let me look at it and see how it's coming along. There it is, boiling. So all I do is I use these type of noodles. I bought some more while I was at Myers because I used the last of them. I love these German egg noodles. I love them because they're real thin. They cook up really nice. I use boneless, skinless thighs. And I also take smoked sausage. I cut it up. Lots of onion, lots of garlic. You can never have too much of that. And I call it chicken slop. I put it together and it is good, especially in cold weather like this. Okay, so let me get off of here, you guys. I know it's a mess in here. I need to get my CPAP stuff washed up and cleaned, and then I'll get everything cleaned in here, the countertops and all that. And I have a few dishes to wash. So I'm going to get off of here, you guys, and I will talk to you later. And may God bless you all. Bye-bye.